Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Week 12 Commissioner's Address for the Border NFL Gurus. Hell of a week here. I mean, some tight games all the way through, a couple blowouts, but for the most part, she was edge of your seat action all the way through. Um, yeah, huge playoff implications, though that picture's starting to take shape. And it's just looking like a real strong week next week. There's going to be some big games played, and it's going to be interesting. I, for one, am excited. I'm looking forward to it. So let's dive right into it, shall we? First up, we'll start with I get Percy versus Billy Large. Billy Large riding a hot streak here, riding the hot hand of Peyton Manning. 36 points for him. He takes it 109 to 73 and a half. Takes Billy up to 8-4. Drops Percy down to 3-9. Nothing new there, guys. Guys shit the bed all year. Harvin was 0 points. His two backs combined put up 8. Pretty tough to win when your kicker's your highest or your second highest scoring player in your team. So that pretty much puts Percy's playoff hopes to bed. He has a 0.1% chance of making the playoffs. So thanks for coming out. Thanks for the donation. Moving over to Joe Buck Yourself and I'll Miss You Sacco. Joe Buck Yourself blowing out I'll Miss You Sacco 104 to 61 and a half. Leaving both teams at 6-6. That was a huge win for Joe Buck Yourself. Gives him a 98% chance of making the playoffs now. So, led by a strong performance from Eddie Lacy, Aaron Rodgers, defensively solid. Just an overall good showing. It's good enough for the third highest score of the week. Sacco, Sanchez is only going to take you so far, buddy. If you think you're going to win a title with him, you're fucking dreaming. Ingram with 3 points, Frank Gore with 1. Thanks for leaving Forsett on the bench too. That was a beauty play. He racked up a $182 with 2 TDs watching from your bench. So made my life a lot easier, stress free. That's 3 in a row for Joe Buck Yourself, and propels him into third in his division. Moving over to Stallions versus Password is Taco. This was a hell of a game. Stallions could have had it. Ryan Mallett wouldn't have, tore his vagina or whatever he ended up doing. He only put up 5 points. But Taco ends up taking it 92.5 to 89. Tight game. That takes Taco up to 9-3, drops Stallions to 6-6. Stallions still in good contention here to make the playoffs with a 90% chance. Taco's already in. He punched his ticket in last week. So Odell Beckham with a nice showing for Stallions, and I'm sure by now we've all seen the freakish catch that he made. Sick, man. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. So Stallions has a little bit of quarterback trouble. We'll see if that DeMarco Murray trade doesn't come back to bite him, because right now he's got Joe Flacco, and he hasn't exactly been shooting the lights out this season. So I digress. We'll see what happens. Moving over to Vinegar Strokes and Vic's Dirty Dogs. Vinegar Strokes takes this one 107.5 to 95.5. Led by finally a strong showing from Drew Brees, 33 points. Forte with 22. Again, he's been a beast for him all year. That takes Vinegar Strokes up to 8-4. It drops Vic's Dirty Dogs down to 5-7, leaving him with a shade over 50% chance of making the playoffs. That was a crucial loss, and he heads into a tough matchup next week against Joe Buck Yourself. So, it's going to be a beauty. Really looking forward to it. And moving over to Let Her Happen Cap'n versus the Mighty Ducks. Let Her Happen Cap'n takes this one by 8.5. By scored 94 to 85.5, which moves Let Her Happen Cap'n up to 9-3. Who's also punched his ticket into the playoffs, and the Mighty Ducks fall to 3-9, which leaves him with about 0.5% chance of making the dance. So again, he started Reggie Bush, who did not play, which I found to be a touch strange, but hey, I mean, when you're 3-9, it just really doesn't fucking matter anymore. So his season's all but over, and maybe he can play spoiler that next week. I'm not sure. Um, Not if he keeps starting one running back, but we'll see how it goes. And our last game was Viking Iggy versus Suck My Ditka. Viking Iggy takes this one 96.5 to 75.5, moving him up to 5-7 and dropping Suck My Ditka to 4-8. Um, that was a big win for Iggy. He needed that one. That gives him about a 54% shot of making the dance. Suck My Ditka's lost 6 in a row now. It's tough, man. 6-game losing streak. It's almost unheard of. So, yeah, I mean, there's always next season. Theoretically, Suck My Dick is still alive with 27% chance of making the playoffs on life support, but still alive. Cutler shit the bed. Lynch shit the bed. Calvin Johnson shit the bed. Just not a good week for Suck My Ditka, whereas Alfred Morris, Demaryius Thomas both had nice weeks for Iggy, which propelled him to victory. So that is that. Playoff seeds at this time. Our number one seed, password is Taco at 9-3, followed by Letter Happen Cappin, followed by Vinegar Strokes and Billy Large. Both those guys also punched their ticket into the playoffs. Followed by Joe Buck Yourself in 5th, I'll Miss You Sacco in 6th, Stallions in 7th, and Iggy in 8th with a 5-7 record with Vic Sturdy Dogs hot on his heels. So that is how it's looking for now. Yeah, we got some big games coming up next week. Big playoff implications. It's gonna be intense, and Thursday football all day. Doesn't get any fucking better than that. So moving into our Jackass of the Week. It's gotta go to Reed Flash. I mean, Reed, how many weeks in a row are you going to start Reggie Bush and he's inactive? I mean, dude, start a starting running back, and next year you won't be in this situation. Moving over to our blowout of the week. Yeah, that was a big explosion, big blowout, and only fitting because I'll Miss You Sacco got blown out by 42.5 points at the hands of Joe Buck Yourself. I don't know. Like I said, Sanchez is only going to take you so far. If you keep starting Frank Gore, Sammy Watkins, I mean, come on, man. I don't know. It is what it is. I digress. Anyway, next week should all but solidify our playoff berths. Yeah, some huge matchups. We got Vic Sturdy Dogs versus Joe Buck Yourself. A win puts Joe Buck Yourself right into the playoffs. We got Suck My Ditka at Billy Large. Suck My Ditka needs the W. They lose, they're done for sure. Stallions at I Get Percy. I Get Percy could play the spoiler here and really ruin Stallions' chances. Let Her Happen Cappin versus I'll Miss You Sacco. Cappin wins, Sacco's out. Vinegar Strokes against the Mighty Ducks is really a nothing game. And password is Taco at Viking Iggy. Iggy drew a tough one here for his must-win scenario. So it's going to be great. Looking forward to it. Thursday, football all day. I'll be on the road, but keeping a close eye on my app. And good luck to everybody. Keep playing that wire. Oh yeah, one more thing. We may have to schedule a conference call to figure out the details on how we're going to do our keepers next year, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So don't go making any crazy drops or anything like that just yet. So keep playing that wire. All hail the commish.